Welcome, Minnesota high school boys hockey fans. This is Tommy Remfer. Alongside me is TJ Remfer. We are at the St. Louis Park Rec Center for a Metro West Conference Boys Hockey Showdown. Chanhassen's second conference game, Park's first conference hockey game. Chanhassen comes into this season, as you can see, or into this game, 6-3. Tough loss 2 games ago as they lost to last year's state champion, Minnetonka, 3-2 in overtime. And Park had a tough loss last weekend, or last game as well. They lost a 5-4 close one to the Hopkins Royals. We're going to get the starting lineups here shortly for both teams. The Chanhassen Storm and the St. Louis Park Orioles. They're going to starting in goal for Chanhassen, number 1 senior co-captain Cam Henderson. Starting on defense, number 4 Drew Jensen, and next to him will be Colton Wasson-Gaso. Up front, we're going to have number 9 Jack Christ, the co-captain senior as well. Next to him will be number 19 Ryan McPartland, junior. And filling out their first line, number 24 Caden Lee, a senior forward. TJ, this is a very, very senior-laden team. They only have 3 underclassmen of all of their players out there, 2 juniors and a senior. So they're going to be very well experienced coming into this game, and
absolutely
they play tough. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, Chan was always a tough game to play, whether we were at home or on the road back in my days.
And in case some of you don't know, TJ played here, graduated over 8 years ago. That doesn't seem possible, TJ, already, but yeah, he played 3 years of varsity here for St. Louis Park in this very rink, so there's lots of fond memories for him and me as well here. You can see this great tradition that St. Louis Park has started lately, where they let the little mites come out on the ice with the varsity players. Big deal for them, get them excited about possibly someday skating out here themselves.
For sure, and usually get to check
number
out
two,
the locker room.
Number 2 Bennett Anderson, a junior goalie, starting. Number 3 Henry Schrader, and number 24 Tony Cruz, senior defenseman. Number 7 Louis Piper, a junior. Number 11 Trey Jansen on one side, and number 17 Brennan Hogan, another junior winger, on his other side. We will pause briefly to honor our flag, and we will be back shortly with some boys high school hockey.
While serving in Iraq, our vehicle was hit, and it was bad. Back home, I had to learn to live with the scars, both visible and invisible. Having someone on your side means everything.
DAV helps veterans like LaToya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Park Orioles, the home team, taking on their Metro West Conference rival, the Chanhassen Storm. I'm TJ Remfer, alongside me. Sorry, I'm Tommy Remfer. Alongside me, my son, TJ Remfer, bringing you some high school action tonight. We got Paul and Leah in the truck. And we got Nick, Andrew, and Cam on camera. Part of our great production team that we got here. Those guys always do a fabulous job. We're going to bring you some good hockey tonight. TJ.
What do you got?
Like I said before, you played here 8 years ago. Bring back any memories?
Absolutely.
What do you miss?
I just miss coming to the rink every day after class, and just knowing that's where I was going to be for the next few hours, and with my buddies. And you know, some days were better than others, but It was a great place. I'm jealous though that we didn't have the Rock, the outdoor rink here. When I was playing.
Yeah, that's quite the facility.
And they got these snazzy new Adidas jerseys, but here we go.
Puck drop, face-off won by the Storm. Centered across. The Orioles trying to clear the puck, not able to do so. The Storm's going to keep it down low, circles behind the net, back to his point. Jensen loses the puck at the point, and the Storm's going to have to regroup as Jansen gives chase. There's Chris with the, or no, that's Risch with the puck. Oh, that was Chris, sorry. Oh, quick goal. I didn't see who knocked that one in, but that was Risch or Chris that brought the puck across the line. It looks like maybe it's number 24, Caden Lee, that netted the first goal. There's the shot. The puck just came. Oh no, it was 19. It was McPartland, Ryan McPartland. And unfortunate bounce for the Orioles there as the puck never got through to the goalie and just kind of dribbled off to the side, and quickly 40 seconds into the game, the Storm take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, not a great start for the Orioles. Not what they were looking for, but we'll see how they're able to kind of compose themselves and maybe get something going here. Still early, but not time to panic yet.
Orioles play the puck down low. Hendrickson plays it for his defenseman. And here the Storm are breaking out. They lose the puck at center ice, and the Orioles just drive it back in. Will have to touch out. Chan looks to hit a long outlet pass. That was Boreen and misses forward, and we'll have icing against the Storm just a minute and 90 seconds into the game. Face-off coming to Hendrickson's left. Oh no, sorry, it's going to be to his right. It's going to be Sam Fuller, the senior, in for the Orioles against Chris. Chanhassen wins the puck, tries to rim it out. The Orioles keep it in at the point. Shot through. Oh, great chance there for Griffin Crone on the shot, and Hendrickson almost lost that. You can see quick turnaround. Hendrickson didn't know where the puck was, and you can see Sam Fuller trying to jump on it and hoping for something loose to pop out so he could hammer it home. Hendrickson covers it up. It's going to be Fuller again against Chris.
Good win there by the Orioles.
Nice face-off win by Fuller. They drive it down low. That's Crone down there with a couple Storm. Crone and Fuller. Crone comes out of it, tries to center it out front. There's a quick turnaround by Fuller. Just missed the net. Storm's going to play it back behind. Nice hold by the Orioles. Chipped it down low. That was Griffin Crone, the Orioles' leading scorer, who's got 17 points this season, 8 goals, 9 assists, including a hat trick last game in their 5-4 loss at Hopkins. Chanhassen's their leading scorer. Unfortunately, Gavin Olenkamp is out for this game. There's a rink-wide pass, shot goes up and into the netting. Gavin Olenkamp for Chanhassen is out for this game. Coach Sean told me, Sean Bloomfield sent me his roster this morning, and he's got 3 of his players, Gavin Olenkamp, Braden Willis, and Tyler Smith are all out for this game. In fact, Tyler's only played 4 periods this whole season. Not exactly sure what's wrong. Hope he's going to come back. But he was one of their leading scorers last year. And Gavin Olenkamp was their leading scorer last year with 45 points. So they're missing a little firepower up front, but they still can definitely put the puck in the net. Ooh, there's a great shot. That was Billy McNeely.
A little deflected out front as well.
Another shot goes wide from the stick of Drew Jensen. Puck down in the corner, a couple Orioles, a couple Storm. The Storm come out with it, centers it out in front. Great job by the Orioles. Ryan Miranda does not let that get through. There's a backhand pass trying to go off the wall to his teammate up past the red line, and it went to the bench. We'll have a face-off here with 14:10 to go in the first period. There's Coach Bloomfield for the Chanhassen. This is his third year at the helm of the Storm, and prior to that, he coached under Snuggerud at Chaska for 5 years. I believe it was 5 years as an assistant coach, and then 4 years as I guess they had co-coaching duties. So
Interesting.
it's amazing that they let him go to his crosstown rival, Chaska Chan. No love lost between those two high school teams, even though they do play the same. They have an association. Their association is all the same young kids. But when they get to out of association hockey to the high school,
That's got to create some fun rivalries there.
yeah,
Between some
I'm sure that a lot of them are friends and friendly with each other. But
growing up playing other sports too as well, and then you get to high school hockey and
yeah,
your best pals,
yeah.
your conference rival.
Chaska tries to bring the puck in, not able to. Oh, they do. That's Chris with it. Chris, wrist shot, blocker to side by Anderson. Back to the point. That was Biskins with the shot that goes wide. Boston Gaso keeps it in over on the half wall. Orioles intercept the puck. Just clear it out as they're going to change 3 of their players. Here comes Chris back down his off wing. Caden Lee centers it back out front, and Sam Fuller picks it, or no, sorry, that's Max Ryder picks it up off the ice. Here goes Max, try to go through. Oh, great job by Max there. Great job by Max there. I thought maybe he was going to try and pull it to his backhand, but he decided to let it go and almost snuck it under Hendrickson's arm there to tie it up. Great effort by the junior Max Ryder. Here's another angle at it.
There for the Orioles. He had some room there under the bar over the
and
glove.
Hendrickson tried to poke check, so he definitely couldn't have played it with his stick. Storm center gets tossed out. Max Ryder drives it down low. Fuller with it back to Ryder. Ryder still with the puck. Back to the point. That's Cruz, puts it down low. Nobody home for the Orioles. Cruz keeps it in again. Fans on the shot. And here come the Storm out. They cross the blue line. Goes around, shoot. Shot that was blocked by the Orioles before it even got through. There's another shot that looks like it ran into Risch, right into Risch. Shot his own player. Cross rink. Centering. Shot, just goes wide. The goalie almost overplayed that, and it went back against the grain.
Penalty coming up here on the Orioles, I think. Oh, it's on Chan.
No, it's going to be on Chan, as the official's got his arm raised.
Wow. Oh,
They're looking for another one.
Yeah.
As they took our goalie out while he was trying to get off the ice. Get it called for a high stick. It looks like it's going to be number 8, Jake Risch.
And I'm surprised here because I kind of thought, oh yeah, I suppose.
Oh, there's the stick right up in the face mask.
It kind of it appeared that. Yeah, it doesn't look like Risch is too happy about that call, but
there's the shot that goes just wide, almost crossed up.
Give the Orioles the first power play.
Yeah, and Chanhassen is not afraid to play in the box. They are averaging over 11 power or penalty minutes a game, so that's 5+ minors per game against Chanhassen. Now, obviously, their penalty kill is really good, so it hasn't hurt them too much. They're almost 95% kill rate. Ooh, great shot from the point that was blockered. That one's going to go up into the netting off the stick of Crone. We'll have a face-off to Hendrickson's left. There's a centering pass, and there's the shot. Nice blocker save off the stick of Henry Schultz.
A little Stamko-esque getting down on one knee there.
Yeah, as we were saying, Chanhassen in the box a lot, but their PK is. There's the stop! Oh! Great job by Chase Boreen there to block that, as the Orioles player had a wide open net to shoot at. I think that was Sam Fuller that missed that opportunity. We'll get another one here, obviously. There's an errant pass, comes over. come the Orioles through center ice. Fuller backhands it down low. He's going to go out for a change. Ryder tries to get the puck. That's Piper with the puck. He loses it. Chanhassen still has it. Oh, now there's a penalty coming on the Orioles.
I must have missed that one.
Something behind the play there. I don't know if he got called for tripping or interference or what it was. Orioles finally do touch the puck, and they will now take a penalty. They're going to call, they're going to call tripping on the Orioles player.
Well,
it looks like it's going in the boxes. Ryan Moran. It happened behind the net here. See if we can see it.
Oh yeah, you got his the old skate between the two.
Yeah, that'll make a player go down, and that'll get you two in the box. So Chanhassen has 35 seconds left on their penalty, so they'll be skating at 4-on-4. There's the replay, and the shot just missed by Max Ryder on the deflection. So like I said, we're going to skate. Here's a chance. Just wide by Chris. We're going to skate 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. That should be interference.
There you got it.
There's going to be interference.
Might have been the right play, honestly.
Yeah.
He could have
had a
breakaway
breakaway
was
there.
Chris there. That could have saved a breakaway.
Yeah.
And he throws the arms up. Oh, he's going. Where's he going?
He's going around. Looks like he's going around to talk to his coach. So the pass came back to him. He wasn't ready for it, and went between his skates. So the Orioles will be back on the power play.
A little
But it'll be 4-on-3 now.
A lot of ice out there.
Yep. Down low. Back to the point. They're going to trade places. Goes down low. Who's that with the puck? Okay, now it's 4-on-4. Here comes Chanhassen. They better get that guy in the middle. Fortunately, the pass didn't get through. Picked up by Biskins. Makes a move at the line, tries to go wide. Still with the puck, circling the net, trying to find someone out front. We're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for another minute, and then it'll be a very brief power play for the Orioles again. About 15 seconds worth. Biskins with the puck over to the side. Centering pass, nice little, looked like it may have been a design play there. It didn't get through as the Orioles did a good job. Here's a chance for the Orioles to break out. Possible 2-on-1. Crone with it, takes a shot. Oh, it goes just wide.
Yeah, great look there.
Schrader drives it back down. The Orioles have to touch out. Max Ryder does, and he's going to go get the puck. Biskins brings it out for the Storm across the center ice. Biskins with the tries to make the toe drag around Schultz. No dice. The Storm pick it up. Back to the point. That's Jensen. Thought about taking a shot. Now does. Puck comes out. Oh! How did that go wide? Oh, and there's another backhand chance that goes wide. Back to the point. That's Jensen. Cross ice.
Blocked. Covered up there.
Did it get blocked?
I believe it was blocked.
Looked like it hit something and came straight back. I thought maybe it was. There's the shot there. And the puck laying right out in front. Anderson can't get a stick on it.
I don't know how that one didn't make its way in.
Well, I think Anderson's stick might have been there and blocked it. Anyway, the Orioles keep the goal out. They'll have 7 seconds of power play, and then we'll be playing back 5-on-5. 9 minutes into the game here. Still 1-0 in favor of the Storm. Shots on goal. 7-5 in favor of the visiting Storm. Here come the Orioles. Jansen with the puck, takes a shot. Ooh, just wide. Schultz is going to pick it up, throws it down, looking for a deflection. Got all the way through. Schrader with the puck, throws it behind. 1 Oriole fighting 3 Storm. Puck comes back out, and here comes Christ again, rink wide, streaking in. Oh, nice job by, I think the goalie might have poke check there, but that was a great move by Caden Lee to try and go around the goalie and give the Storm a 2-goal lead. Here come the Storm again, circles around. Puck poked off his stick. Back to the point. Cross rink to his partner. A shot popped up and missed. Another shot from the slot there. Puck over to Boreen. Back to the point. Moving in. Never got through again. And a nice shot by the Orioles. They're just going to elect to clear it. And there will be no icing as the Storm player deflected it. And here the Orioles change 5, and Storm comes right back in. Ooh, puck flying out in front. Almost a chance there. Here comes Max Ryder through center ice with some good speed. Max goes around the left side. Almost blows a tire, but able to keep his edge. Ryder with the puck, fighting down low with Fuller. Fuller comes out with it. Still fighting down low. Nice job by Sam Fuller, 1-on-2. Finally, the Storm do come out. That's going to be Andy Earl. Tries to make a move. Wow. Puck comes right out in front. Orioles pushed it back to the corner. Here's a move from Logan Smith. Puck never gets through. Puck flying out in front again. Back to the point. Half wall. Shot never got through. Orioles doing a good job of blocking shots before they're getting through to the goal. I'm not sure how Chanhassen has 13 shots on goal because they got a hell of a lot more attempts than that. There, the Orioles are going to just drop it in and change 3. As Griffin Crone, the Orioles' leading scorer, goes in for it. Long outlet pass. Here comes down the right side. Biskins. Puck misplayed. It's going to go down to the corner where we're going to have a little scrum. Back to the point. Thought about shooting, and then he does, and the deflection off Crone's stick up into the netting. 1-0, still in favor of the Storm. I'm actually impressed. Here's the replay there of the shot.
Yeah, he was left all alone there.
Yeah, that was Logan Smith. Great job by Bennett Anderson, the junior goalie, to keep that puck out, keep it at a 1-goal lead. I'm impressed here by the Orioles' performance so far, TG. They're playing really well.
Yeah, I mean, besides that first 40 seconds of the game,
pretty even.
Yeah.
Shots on goal indicated, but a lot of their shots have not been, with the exception of that. Oh, there's an offsides on the Storm. With the exception of that one we just saw there, most of them have been from the outside or deflected before they got to the goalie.
Yeah, maybe some slight defensive zone tweaks from Coach Broderson over there. Maybe, yeah, help get the boys settled down a little bit after that first quick goal.
Well, the face-off just out the Orioles' blue line. Puck driven in by the Storm. It's going to be Schultz with the puck behind the net. Here come the Storm out. Centering pass, shot. Oh, great save by Bennett Anderson again. Off the stick of Alex Jensen.
Yeah,
there's Patka comes out with it, and they left Jensen all alone in front. Our number 11 couldn't get to the puck, and their number 11 hammered it right on net. Great job by Bennett Anderson to come out to the top of the crease there. The higher you come out, the more the angle you cut down. They try and teach that in goalies, but obviously you got to be comfortable coming out and know that you're leaving your net, even though that's the best place to be. And trust the guys behind you will pick up any garbage that does get by. Orioles clear the puck down into their Storm end. Come the Storm out. Poke check. And here come the Storm again. That's McNeely. Puck out in front. And here comes Ryan Moran, the junior forward, down his off wing. He's just going to backhand it in. I think that must have gone into the bench.
I think it was I think he almost drew himself offsides.
Got it. I just couldn't figure out how he backhanded it, and it didn't go all the way down. So there's a little bit of the look of the crowd here at the rec center. A lot of Storm fans, a lot of Orioles fans as well. Got some Chick-fil-A behind us that I can smell. Sounds pretty enticing. That's kind of the new thing here. Come get yourself a sandwich, a cookie, and some sauce. Orioles are going to change some players. Down to just under 4 minutes to play in the first period. Still 1-0 in favor of the Storm. The Storm are a team that starts out real strong, outscoring their opponents 13-2. in games this season. Shot that goes up off of the goalie's glove, maybe into the netting. Conversely, the Orioles they struggle. I don't say struggle, but they've given up 11 and only scored 6 in the first period. The Orioles are a much better second and third period team. So if they can keep the Storm off the board here for another 3.5 minutes. There's an errant pass that comes back to the point. Knocked down by the Orioles Fuller, and he tries to just clear it out. They can keep that was deflected, so there'll be no icing. If they can keep the Storm off here for one more, things will be the positive for the Orioles going into the second and third period. Here come the Storm back through the ice. Through center. Sorry, that's Caden Lee with the puck. Over there with McPartland. The junior back out in front. Great job by McPartland to stop and then center the puck back to his teammate. Another good save by Anderson. Looking for a deflection. Still with the puck. Another chance. Anderson doesn't see it. Comes back out in front. Shot goes up and over the top. I think an Oriole might have got a stick on that, or he would have had a wide open net. That's going to be icing on the Orioles. No, it's not. Thorley is supposed to play it as Max Ryder giving chase. Great job by the Oriole defenseman there to be able to clear the zone, but not force an icing. Nice move, centers it. Oh, just missed off the stick and couldn't get the shot. That's Max Ryder from the point. Normally up front, he's going to shoot that and go for his line change. And the Storm come back through center ice. Pass behind his teammate. Here come the Orioles right back. Tried to play it off the boards. No one was there. Betzer with the puck. Puck goes down low. Tried to center it for the Orioles. Puck comes right out in front. Another shot. Another chance. That's Piper with the puck. Tries to center it out in front. Orioles didn't get anything on the shot, and the puck goes back into the corner. Here come the Storm around the net. It's Saxon with the puck. Clears it all the way down. Deflected, so there'll be no icing on the play. 1.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Still 1-0 in favor of the Storm. Long outlet pass. That was Trey Jansen who got the puck, cleared it in, and is going to go off to complete the line change for the Orioles. Here's a head of steam through the center. Nice poke check by Crone there. Center, the puck's laying out in front. Bennett Anderson covers it up. Chanhassen's not a real big team, TJ, but they skate hard and they play a very physical game, as evidenced by the number of penalties that they take in a game. And
yeah, definitely not a ton of size from either teams, honestly.
No.
But that's something that I think I would like to see the Orioles do more of, is start throwing the body around a little more. But,
back to the point, shot deflected again by, I think it was by Crone. Crone tries to clear the puck, not able to do so. Cruz behind the net, rings it around. Orioles go up and off the glass. Ryder clears the puck. Crone forward, fighting for it right in front of us at center ice. There's Max Ryder with the puck. Centers it to Crone. Nice back check by two of the Storm players. Here comes Risch on his shot. Oh, they score. That's too bad. Only 33 seconds to go in the game. That was Biskins on the pass from Chris right in front there.
Yeah, nice play there from the Storm. And a great shot. Oh, and just
over the top of the pad and under the glove, and Biskins picks up goal number 2 for the Storm.
Yeah, Biskins is.
That was an assist from Jake Risch, one of their co-captains. I think Anderson would like to have that one back. He got a glove on it and just couldn't stop it. We'll have icing against the Orioles. Puck coming down. We'll have a face-off with Bennett Anderson's left. Still 2-0 in favor of the Storm, 25 seconds to go. Shots on goal are starting to get a little lopsided. 18 for Chanhassen, Only 7 for the, oh, and they scored again right off the face-off. That was Caden Lee. Wow, that's 2 quick ones for Chan. I didn't, let's see, here comes the face-off. Puck goes, oh, it was misplayed and pops right into Caden Lee's stick, and he just puts it under the crossbar. I think that was number 9, Haney for the Orioles. Couldn't control the face-off.
One of the worst guys to get that turnover if you're the Orioles. But
yeah.
A good thing if you're a Chanhassen Storm fan.
One of the leading scorers for Chanhassen this year, 10 goals coming into this game, 10 goals and 8 assists for 18 points through 9 games. So he's averaging 2 points a game this season. Caden Lee, the senior Caden Lee, and he had 43 points as a junior last year on a team that lost in the section semifinals to Minnetonka. There's a chance for the Orioles right off the face-off. Hendrickson, nice job covering that up and then getting the rebound. Let's see if we can get a replay on that. Look at the same thing that happened to Chanhassen just happened to the Orioles. Griffin Crone gets the puck right off the face-off, just not able to put it away. Centered it out in front. Awkward shot, another centered out in front, and that's the end of the first period. As I was saying, this Chanhassen team, most of these players were juniors last year. They lost in double overtime to the eventual state champion Minnetonka Skippers in the section finals. And Coach Bloomfield said it was extremely, extremely heartbreaking for this team. And they wanted to come back and give it another go, and they're off to a good start on the season, as well as a good start tonight on the road against the Orioles. So after the end of the first period, here from the St. Louis Park Rec Center, Chanhassen Storm with 2 real late goals in this period, leading the St. Louis Park Orioles 3-0. I'm Tommy Remfer alongside me with TJ, and we will be back with second period Metro West boys hockey action.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor, creating new visions. Now, my fingers are my eyes. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that means a lot to me. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Welcome back, high school hockey fans. Metro West boys hockey for the visiting Chanhassen Storm, who are leading the St. Louis Park Orioles 3-0 after 2 very late goals in that first period. I am Tommy Remfer, alongside with me, TJ Remfer. We got Paul and Lee in the truck, Cam, Nick, and Andrew on the cameras, doing a great production job and giving you lots of fabulous angles and pictures of this game.
One of my favorites right here.
What's that?
The angle.
Oh, yeah, that's the corner camera.
Not like that one.
Yeah, as you can see in the background there, it's 3-0 in favor of Chanhassen. Shots on goal, 19 for Chan in the first period. 9 for the Orioles in the first period. I think both teams had brief power plays. Neither one scored on them.
Yeah, there was a bit of a flurry of penalties taken there in the middle part of the first, and yeah, it kind of resulted in neither team really having a prolonged power play.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, the Storm scored 2 goals in the last about 3 minutes of the first period to take a 3-0 lead. After the Orioles had played very well in the first 14 minutes of that first period. They gave up a real early goal, 40 seconds at the end of the game, and then 2 late ones to put them down 3-0. have a little monumental mountain to climb here, but they certainly can do it if they just keep playing the way they did before. I was talking to one of the coaches, one of the players, Max Ryder, his father, before the game, and he said, you know, this Orioles team only lost 4-1 to Edina, who's a perennial powerhouse in like their third game of the season. And apparently, Mr. Ryder said they played an excellent game, and he was hoping they'd get that effort from them tonight. And
yeah,
they started out that way, and then things went kind of pear-shaped for the Orioles, and they're down. Now they're trying to climb back up the mountain, down 4-0. Orioles send their first line out there of Fuller next to Ryder and Crone. Here's a chance, backhand. That was Caden Lee who scored the last goal for Chan. Here comes Ryder down the left side, loses the puck, back on his stick. Ryder still with it, throws it at the net, goes off the side, tries to center it back out in front, and Hendrickson is going to cover the puck for the Storm. Just 30 seconds into the first period.
Nice first shift to the second here for the Orioles, getting it down into the Chanhassen zone and making them take a defensive zone faceoff. So
here you see the Orioles bench with their coaches in the middle there. That's Coach Tyler Broderson, his second year at the helm. He graduated in 12, I believe. So,
sorry if I'm wrong, Tyler.
Well, you would have played with him if he was a 12, right? Yeah, I think he was at maybe an 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you played the sophomore year, and so he would have been oh, no, you're right, 12. 12 would have been right, yeah, because he would have been 1 year older than your sister who graduated in 13. Yes, so Tyler, former player for the Orioles, came back, decided he wanted to help the program out.
Ooh, nice little kick play there.
Nice job by Ryder to kick that down low, come up with the puck on his backhand, still with the puck, trying to, he drops it off to Piper on his backhand, circling behind. Chanhassen's very content. Here's a chance on a breakout. Smith with the puck. Tries to center it, doesn't get through. There's a puck centered backhand. It just flipped it out in front. I think he was trying to maybe knock it off the goalie, Anderson, and see if he could get it off his back or his arm or something. You can see Smith, there's a very sharp angle shot that never got through, and then he gets it again. He just threw it.
Right off the, almost put it in his glove.
Yeah. Face off to Anderson's right with a minute and a half gone in the period. Controlled by the Orioles. Orioles were able to get it out. They clear it down. That's going to be icing. They have no-touch icing here in high school. So as soon as that puck crosses the goal line, they blow the whistle. Doesn't matter which team is going to get there first, unlike professional or the college boys. A little safer.
And I know teams utilize that often when if they're ever in a pickle, they can freely ice it and get a fresh change as well, which you can't do with the higher levels either.
Another icing play against the Orioles. Bring the puck back down to Anderson's right again. There you can see the Chan bench and their head coach, Sean Bloomfield, in his third season at the helm. So it's going to be Patka in against Purdy, controlled by the Storm. He can't keep it in the zone. They're going to have to reset. McNeely with the puck, throws it down low. Looks like the third line for the Storm is going to get some playing time. That's Patka down low. That was Alex Jensen who loses it. Orioles aren't able to clear it, kept in. Saxon with the puck. Micah Saxon, a senior. No points on the season. He'd be really excited to get his first one here. Jensen tries to center it out in front. It doesn't get through. Orioles are just going to elect to clear it down and ice it again. And like you said, the Orioles will be able to change, get some fresh legs out there.
Yeah, as you were mentioning before, this Chanhassen team is coming off a great year last year in that section final loss, but they have a few
few strong players on their team. Four currently committed to Division I schools.
Yeah, that's impressive. A couple where, like Mankato and
Two at Mankato. One is going to be a Badger, and one is committed to the freshly started, you could say, St. Thomas team.
Division I, yeah. There's a shot that goes all the way down. It was on net, so there will not be icing against the Orioles. Yeah, and Olenkamp is their, like I said, their leading scorer. He's the one that's going to be a Badger.
Yes.
Out injured tonight.
Yeah, that's too bad. When I threw my little research before the game, I was looking forward to seeing him play tonight.
Yeah, 45 points last year, one of their leading scorers, one of their captains this year, and leading their team in scoring this year again.
I think, is this his first game that he's missed?
I believe so, yes. They did have, here's a chance for, great job. That was a chance by Caden Lee, who tried to pick up his second goal, tried to go backhand to forehand, and just couldn't get his stick on the puck, and it went wide. Very fortunate for the Orioles. There's a shot all the way in. Oh, laid out in front, a little miscommunication by Betzer and the goalie Anderson, almost cost them. There's going to be another icing for the Orioles. It's like their third or fourth one in the first 5 minutes of the game. I was talking to Coach Bloomfield, or emailing with him before, and he told me that at the beginning of the season they had some players that were out to injury and to football. This Chanhassen team, high school, won the Class 5A boys high school, or I guess not boys, just high school football championship this year, beating the cadets of St. Thomas. I think it was by a field goal, late game. I remember hearing about it where Chanhassen had a big lead going into the fourth quarter, like more than 2 touchdowns. Here's a chance for Chan. Tried the wraparound, couldn't get it through. Goalie's lost his stick.
Hopefully the Orioles can get it out here.
I don't think anyone on the Orioles know that he's lost his stick, so they're not helping him out. Big chance there.
Big body.
Shove. Uh-oh, here come the Orioles.
Sorry,
here comes Chanhassen.
Stick.
Yeah, he was behind the net retrieving his stick. So fortunately, the Chan player couldn't get control of that puck and shoot it, because Anderson was not in the net. Anyways, I was saying this team won the 5A boys or high school football championship last year.
Oh, another big hit there.
And there was a few players on this hockey team that were playing football, and obviously playing so late, they had to miss some hockey at the beginning of the season, so they had that, and they had some injuries. No icing against the Orioles. There's a chance forced to play it before it gets to the goal line. Here comes Jensen, that's down the left side, being bodied off by Cruz. So they lost some players to that. They lost their first 2 games of the season and have come back and won 7 of their last 8. Their last loss coming in in single overtime to Minnetonka again. So they're well on their way to another successful season, and their goalie, Cam Hendrickson, has been a big part of that for this team. He, senior goalie, last year he was 17-4, 9 shutouts, 1.12 goals against. There's a puck misplayed by Chan at the blue line, almost a breakout for the Orioles. And 940 save percentage, and this year he's right back at it with a 5-3 record, 1.36 goals against, and a 945 save percentage. So he's obviously a big part of this Storm team's success in his senior year. It'll be interesting to watch this team through the season. They're in the same conference as Benilde. I'm guessing these 2 teams will be fighting for the conference championship. There's a puck centered, doesn't get through. Orioles trying to clear the puck, can't do so. Biskins with the puck, big one-time shot off the stick of Chris that doesn't get through.
Chan looks like they may have just gotten away with a possible high sticking, but they play on.
Or an interference. Either way, the Orioles get the puck cleared all the way down. They determined that Wasson Gaso could have played it, so there's no icing. Here's Crone, picks it up. Shot easily gloved by Hendrickson for a face-off. with about 7 minutes into the game to Hendrickson's right. The face-off will be coming. Oh, he's an offhand.
Yeah.
Hendrickson, what do they call it? Goofy foot.
He catches with his right hand, where most goalies that you tend to see catch with their left hand, and that can that can possibly change things up for the shooter.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
if he's not aware of. Normally you should think you'd be shooting to the blocker side, and it's his glove side.
Right.
Here's a back to the point. Goes D to D. There's a long rink-wide pass, was deflected
Good stick
by
there.
Crone. Yep, good stick by Crone. Centering attempt doesn't get through off the stick. Orioles are not able to clear the puck out. Finally, they get it around back to their defense. There's a long outlet trying to find Crone. Just missed the stick, and that'll be icing against the Orioles. Great look on that pass there from Henry Schrader for the Orioles, trying to find Griffin Crone out at center ice. So we're just about 8 minutes into the game. Chan still with the 3-0 lead. Shots and goal have come back a little bit. Chan only has, I think, one this period if they started the period with 19. And the Orioles have 2. So not a lot of offense so far in this period.
No, definitely have tightened things up.
Almost a turnover by the Orioles, it is, but number 11, that's Alex Jensen for the Storm, trying to get the puck. Patka with the puck, throws it around back. That's Anklam, the sophomore. Orioles, there's a puck up into the net off Patka's stick. A face-off coming to Anderson's left. Orioles have their fair share of seniors well, but they have one of their top liners is a junior. One of their, the last game we did, Owen Anklam was a sophomore defenseman. I think is finding his feet here as a varsity player, first-year varsity player, and he's seeing a fair amount of ice time. He's a big kid, skates well. There's a chance. Oh, puck goes.
Nice save.
Very nice save. Got through, but he was able to get enough of it. There's Fuller over to Crone, tries to go back to him.
Maybe
too bad.
One too many passes there, maybe.
Yep. Anderson throws it up. Just missed his teammate. Here comes Christ with the puck, tries to center it out in front. Back to the point. There's a shot. Puck lane, there's Anderson. Oh, that's too bad. Anderson thought he had.
It trickled right out of his glove and just laid there for him. And
that's
easy poke.
Caden Lee with his second goal of the game and his second consecutive goal. There's the chance, and Anderson had the puck. It dropped out and just laid right down beside him. And Caden Lee, just very opportune, happened to be skating by.
Right place at the right time.
He was able to get his backhand on it, and just
Just
push it in.
barely.
Anderson got a skate on it, and then it looks like it went off the skate and then off the post. So Chan now takes a 4-0 lead. Nice move, strong move to the front of the net by Smith. Doesn't get through. Back out in front. Here's a chance by the defenseman. Puck laying right out in front.
Another good save.
This time Anderson gobbles it up as Andy Earl, number 7 for the Storm, was waiting right out in front there for that rebound.
Yeah, that last goal coming from Caden Lee. He spent a little time playing in the USHL with the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. And as well, yeah, he's one of those Minnesota State commits. So I had my eye on him during warm-ups, and he's a big dude who's only going to fill out more when he gets down there to Mankato, and I'm sure he'll be a fun player to watch in college.
Yeah, Coach Bloomfield told me that after their heartbreaking loss to Minnetonka in the section finals last year, he had 6 of his top players that went to play junior hockey, because the junior season goes longer, obviously, than the high school season, probably another month and a half or so. He had 6 of his players go to play junior hockey, and he wasn't sure that they were coming back.
Yeah, you know, and that's always an issue that players kind of run into, whether they want to try and excel their career to that next level, or if they want to come back and maybe, yeah, like, you know, like Chanhassen's, their situation specifically, I'm sure a lot of their guys want another shot at that state tournament.
Yeah, and I think that's why they all, Coach Bloomfield said they all came back, which is, he was very fortunate when he, come tryout time, that all 6 of those players were on the ice for him, give him a great chance. And I'm guessing that you're right, TJ. I'm guessing that's one of the main reasons they did it, is so they could get another chance at maybe knocking Minnetonka out again and getting back to the state tournament. Here's the Orioles' long outlet pass. Misses everybody, but Hendrickson's forced to play it, so it will not be icing.
Sorry, just had a
Nice shoulder there by the Orioles player. Knocked the Storm player off. Orioles have to touch up. Long rink-wide pass misses everybody. That's going to be icing on the Storm with 5:42 to go. Much more of a tightly defensive game. Storm only have 5 shots on goal. Obviously, one of them went in. Orioles have 3 shots on goal. You can see some of the future Orioles right there. Watching the big boys play. Hoping one day they'll be out here. I know you used to do that all the time, Teach.
Yeah. Watch. It was definitely more of running around the rec center than watching, but it was still a blast being here.
Yeah, I know you were one of those boys who probably had as much fun in the locker room as on the ice, because you wanted to be, if the coach said be there 45 minutes early, you wanted to be there 60 minutes early. So we were always up and out, get you to the rink so you could play in the locker room with the boys. Here's the chance for the Storm again. Nice move try to get to his forehand. Couldn't gather it up and just flicks it down behind. Back out to the point. Storm pick it up. Curtis off to Lee again. Lee with a quick wrist shot.
Looking for that Hattie.
I'm not sure if the goalie got a piece of that or if it was wide to begin with. That's going to be offsides if he touches it. I think the Storm player saw that and just backed off on it. That's why he didn't play it. Here's another chance for the Storm. Goes to his backhand. Caden Lee looking for the hat trick.
Yeah, he's got some hands on him, that's for sure.
Here's Crone, throws it down. No icing. The Orioles are going to change 4 of their 5. As Betzer has to stay out there just to make sure they don't get a bad break. The long change in the second period normally makes for some more open ice. Some chances for both teams to get some odd man breaks and stuff, but it's been just the opposite here. Rink-wide pass, back to the point shot. I don't know if that never got through, but
Heads up.
There's one up into the fans.
Right into the Chanhassen students.
And they were paying attention, so it looks like no one's going to be injured, but there's the big hit by Caden Lee on Griffin Crone. Griffin gets up. There you can see the Chan fans. Behind them on the other side are all the Oriole fans.
See some chuck-a-pucks getting ready there in the stands as well.
4 minutes to chuck a puck. Here come the Orioles out. Piper drives it down low. Jansen goes behind the net looking for it. Orioles trying to get control of the puck, not able to do so, and the puck comes back out to center ice where Schrader's going to play it and throw it back in. McNeely for the Storm. Loses the puck, back to the point. Schrader takes a shot, never got through, was blocked, and the puck comes all the way back out to center ice. Orioles drive it all the way down. He was on the good side of the red line, so there will be no icing. Hendrickson plays it to his defenseman, and out come the Storm. Long pass, chips it to himself. He's going to give chase. Drops it back, it's down at the half wall, and Orioles are coming out. Able to do so. Piper with the puck through center ice. Tries to get around Jensen, not able to do so. Now he does keep control of the puck. Piper back to the point. Shot, looking for deflection, beautiful play. Orioles coach is looking for now they're gonna call it.
They did get him a holding in front of the net, maybe.
Yeah, it was when it first happened. I thought it was a penalty, but I didn't see the referee raise his hand. So,
I didn't either. I think
and he didn't. I'm looking at him right there. He didn't. I think it's maybe he realized after the fact that he kind of blew that call. So the Orioles will go on a 2-minute power play here with 2 minutes and 44 to go in the period. See if they can get one of these goals, the goal back that they gave back in the period here, and make it a 3-goal game before the second period ends.
Yeah, I think just getting one on the board for him would be
little confidence boost.
A little confidence boost for sure.
Yeah, there was a quick shot from Fuller at the point. Or sorry, no, that was Fuller. That was Schultz on Hendrickson. He easily gloves it. Face-off controlled by Storm. They're able to rip it all the way down. That was Biskins for the Storm, right on net. Griffin Crone normally plays up front. He's going to bring the puck up for the Orioles as they're going with 4 forwards and a defenseman. Orioles drive it down. Puck rung to the boards. Crone with the puck throws it to the open wing. Orioles still with the puck, back to the point. Over to Crone, who misses. Couldn't get control of it. Nice hustle there by the Orioles player. Crone, rink wide. Slot, shot, blocked to the corner by Hendrickson. Back to the point. Got Schultz with it. Looking for deflection, puck playing out in front. That was probably one of the better chances the Orioles had. Here's a nice move by Crone. Tries to center it out in front. Oriole player knocked off, and here's a 2-on. Great step up by Henry
Back
Schultz.
the other way.
There's will be another penalty coming up on Chanhassen. They're going to get him for holding, and the Orioles will have a 5-on-3 with 45 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah. For a second, I thought they were calling on the Orioles there, but yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I was Chan all the way.
That was Christ, one of the senior co-captains for the Storm. You can see it right there. He wraps his arm around him, the stick's underneath him, and then he just takes him down. It's kind of an easy call for the official.
Timeout taken here? Maybe by Chan?
I'm guessing it's Coach Broderson.
Yeah, he looks
he had his first line out there. Yeah, St. Louis Park timeout. Coach Broderson had his first line out there for most of that power play, and he wants to give him another shot with a 2-man advantage. So the Orioles will be 5-on-3 for 46 more seconds. There's a minute 29 in the period. So the power play will carry over into the third period unless the Orioles can score 2 goals on their power play here. We need to get 1 here before 43 seconds, and then we'll still have a 5-on-4 for the remainder of the period. Down 4-0. This is a big opportunity, which I think is why Coach Broderson called the timeout, to give his team a rest, probably most importantly, but also to drop a play and tell him what he wants to be doing, what he wants the boys to be doing out there. Here's Park's upcoming schedule. Obviously tonight's Chanhassen, then they're at Totino Grace. Farmington's a tough play, I know. I think that oh no, it was Rosemont. Chanhassen, they played Rosemont, another team down there. Farmington then at Minneapolis at Parade. That's always a cool rink to go to, an old school rink. And then back here on January 9th against the crosstown rivals, the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights, who both teams call this their home rink, but one of them gets to be the home team when they play, which the only difference that makes is you get last change. But Benilde's having a really good season this year. I think they maybe only lost once or something.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. There's Crone looking to a cross rink. Oh! Chan gets the puck. Able to clear it. The Orioles are going to have to reset. Here's Crone. We still got 25 seconds of 5-on-3. Crone still with the puck, circling around back. Still with it back to the point for Schultz. There's 1 minute to go in the period. Oh, great shot by Crone on the pass.
Yeah, good look there.
Hendrickson got over and was able to stop that. Crone with the one-timer. Hendrickson, he's tough, man.
He's all over that
tough.
one. Yeah. He sees the puck well. He moves well. I was watching him as well during warm-ups, and you know, he's got makes the middle splits look easy.
So we got 48 seconds to go. 4 more seconds of 5-on-3. Orioles, Chanhassen gets the puck, the face-off, but is not able to clear. So we're back to 5-on-4 now. There's Ryder with a shot that doesn't get through. Puck back to Crone. I think the only way they're going to get one by this guy, TJ, is either on a screen
or a deflection.
Because there's another shot by Henry Schultz.
Yeah, he's seen the puck way too well to be beat straight up. They're going to need.
Yeah, they're going to need some. Yeah, and there was nobody in front of him there. They got to get some bodies in front of him, and I'm sure Coach Boderson's telling that you guys got to make his life a little more difficult out there. Orioles control the face-off. Oh, back to Schultz. Backhands it over to Ryder. Oh, it's too bad. Nice play by the Storm player, Micah Saxon, was able to get a stick on it and clear the puck out. Orioles have to reset. There's a shot, quick shot. Now that was a nice shot by the Orioles. Puck comes all the way out, unfortunately. Chan's got the puck, 2 seconds, 1 left. That'll be the end of the second period. Much better period for the Orioles. They only gave up 1 goal and only gave up 6 shots. So, and they got 11 shots themselves. So
yeah, definitely. Although they didn't outscore him in that period, definitely, yeah. Maybe it was some
and the one goal that Chan got was garbage goal. I mean, they all count the same on the score sheet, but Anderson, Bennett Anderson, the junior goalie, had that one gobbled up. He thought he had frozen the puck and it just dropped out, and Caden Lee, having a nose for the puck in the net that he has, was able to pounce on it and backhand it right past the goalie to make it 4-0 for Chan. So, after 2 periods of hockey here at the St. Louis Park Rec Center, some Metro West boys action. The Chanhassen Storm have jumped out to a 4-0 lead over the St. Louis Park Orioles home team. I'm Tommy Remfer along with TJ Remfer. Paul and Lee in the truck. Thank you guys. Cam, Nick, and Andrew on our cameras doing a great job as always. And we will be back shortly with some third period hockey action.
New message.
Your social security number has been suspended. If you do not contact us, your account will be deactivated.
Scammers are aggressive when they contact a potential victim. Social Security Administration employees will never threaten you for information or promise benefits in exchange for information. In those cases, the call is fraudulent and you should just hang up. Don't provide any personal or financial information to these thieves. Call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Welcome back to the St. Louis Park Rec Center. I'm Tommy Remfer, alongside me, TJ Remfer. Coming up, some third period Metro West boys hockey action between the Chanhassen Storm, who are taking a 4-0 lead on the St. Louis Park Orioles. Chan got 1 goal that period. Actually, the shots in goal were in favor of Park, as they outshot the Storm 11-7. So good effort by the Orioles. They'll start the third period here. 31 seconds of power play. Big time for them to get a goal here to get back, possibly get some momentum. They played a much better second period, just couldn't get one by Cam Hendrickson, who's been very stellar in net tonight for the Storm.
Yeah, Hendrickson's been very solid, but yeah, like you mentioned, St. Louis Park had a much better second, and starting here on the power play, hopefully they can kind of swing the momentum of the period in their favor, get an early one, or at least tilt the ice in their direction if they end up killing the penalty.
Yeah, it'd be nice if the Orioles could get something by Hendrickson here, maybe make him not seem so invincible. I'm guessing the Orioles will send their first line out there with Griffin at the back end, and Henry Schultz, his defensive partner. And the Storm come out with Risch up front. The Storm win the face-off. It's going to kill some time off. Cross ice. Orioles trying to get it in, with control, not able to do so. Great pinch by Jake Rich there to get the Orioles player off the puck. That's Henry Schultz stick handling, throws it out in front. Nobody home for the Orioles. Back between his legs. That's Ryder down low. 2 seconds, 1. Penalty's over, but still got an extra man. There's a shot that goes just wide. Crone tries to keep the puck in. Here's going to be a 2-on-1 for the Storm. Schultz back. Shot. Oh! Great shot. What was that? That I think was Risch who was out there on the penalty kill. Yep, that's Jake Risch. Comes down his off wing. Finally got the puck to lay down. Looks like he tucked it under his shoulder or under his arm there. It's hard to tell from that angle, but Jake Risch gets the 5th goal. Not what the Orioles needed.
And it looks like Brett Middleton, the sophomore goaltender, is coming in for Bennett Anderson.
Yeah, Brett did see some, he's 0-1 on the season. He played 1 game at the beginning of the season, then the junior goaltender Bennett Anderson took over the starting duties for Orioles. Here's a chance, here's a giveaway. Shot, Hendrickson right there. Off the shot from Hurdy. I was gonna say, so Brett Middleton, the sophomore, his older brother, Josh Middleton, is a senior this year and has been the Orioles starting goalie. Here's a chance for the Storm again. Shot goes wide and it's gonna come all the way out. As I was saying, Josh Middleton, Brett's older brother, has started for this Orioles team since he was a freshman 3 years ago, and he one of the better. Oh, another chance there. That's Jack Christ. It's his first of the game. That's the 6th goal lead, so I think we will be going to running time now.
I believe you're right, Pops.
Centering pass comes out, and Christ right there. Easy backhand for him.
And I just saw the puck get thrown into the bench, so I'm wondering if that is maybe a first career point for someone, because I can't imagine that was Chris's first point.
No, he's got 87 career points coming into the game.
There we go. So maybe an assist, a first career assist for someone.
Could be. Anyway, back to Josh Middleton. He was one of the better goalies in the state this senior year. Everyone was Orioles, especially Coach Broderson, were looking forward to have him out there back his team. And he was playing in the high school fall elite league and injured his knee and hasn't seen the ice since then. Not sure of his status, if he's going to come back this year. Hopefully he will. In time for some playoff hockey for the Orioles.
Yeah, that would be a big confidence boost for those boys, I think.
Here's a puck right out in front. Middleton misses Middleton, but it goes in behind the net. Centering attempt. Orioles keep it to the outside. Patka back to the point. Shot. Ooh, nice deflection from Jensen. For Patka. Nice deflection from Patka, and Middleton puts that in his glove, and there'll be a face-off. Yeah, we have the clock continues to run.
Yeah, and as we were earlier mentioning, some of the Chanhassen, they have a handful of guys on their team that are committed to play college hockey, where the Orioles can't quite stay the same, but they have some great alumni out there playing. Couple playing Division I college hockey, and here's a chance.
Are they going to call a penalty? Nope, I don't think so. I think the puck or the net just came off the moorings, but a great hustle by Sam Fuller there to split the D. Hounded by both sides. Puck stays out. Sorry, TG, go on, watch.
Yeah, I was just saying they have Luke Mobley playing at Augustana. Johnny Sorensen, he's currently captaining the Alaska Fairbanks Nanooks. And Bauer Neudecker playing over in Germany in the Oberliga, which is their Tier 3 league, and he actually led the team led their team in scoring last season.
That's pro hockey.
Professional, yes.
Yeah.
And has had a little bit of injury this season, so wishing all those guys good luck.
Here's Fuller again on the rush. Puck goes down low. An 8 and a 4 for the Orioles and Storm. Centering pass. They're cleared by the Storm. He's going to play with it at center ice while he waits for some of his team to change behind him and backhands it in. Cruz trying to play the puck, comes right out in front. There's a puck or a pass that goes off Krohn's skate to the Chan player. Fuller goes down on top of the puck, comes out. Robbins fighting for it over there. Probably see some fourth line players for the Storm as they're up 6-0 here with running time, 12 and a half minutes to go. Orioles got to get one to get the clock to stop, and there's a clear from Krohn. I think he was trying to find Max Ryder sneaking out behind
Yeah, Ryder was definitely hanging out a little high there, and just a bit out of his reach. And unfortunately though, the no hybrid icing in high school deters kind of those long stretch plays like that where the offensive player might be beating the defensive player back.
I mean, Ryder was definitely down there first,
absolutely.
But it didn't matter. He's got to touch it before it crosses the goal line. Puck along the half wall comes out to center ice where Schultz drives it back in. Hendrickson sets it up. Here comes the Storm back out. Puck misses his teammate. Saxon goes down low, centers it out front. Great stick check there by Betzer before the Storm player got a shot off. Puck rung around the boards. Here come the Orioles out. That's Hurdy, lost the puck, goes back down. Betzer picks it up behind, throws it up off the half wall, right to a Storm player, streaking in. Nice stick by Schultz. Henry Schultz has seen a lot of ice time for the Orioles tonight. They're one of their leading senior defensemen. Drop back, shot. Middleton, I don't know if he fell down there.
Yeah,
it looks like he tripped before the puck even got there. I think he lost an edge or something. Puck comes right out in front, just sitting out there. That's Biskins down low. Trades places with Christ up top. Christ with the puck. Over to Biskins, goes on his backhand, skates along the blue line. Long rink wide pass. Shot one-timer by Chris there, just missed wide. Trying to do it again. Deflected into the corner. There's Schultz again for the Orioles. Still has the puck, and he just rifles it down. A little disappointed in himself as he slams the stick on the ice, and that'll be icing on the Orioles with 10 minutes to go. Still a 6-0 lead for the Chanhassen Storm, so clock continues to run.
Yeah, these are tough games to play in if you're an Oriole, and especially when you can look up and see the shots on goal, and kind of just the game doesn't feel like it should be 6-0.
No, I totally agree.
The Storm's goalie Hendrickson's been playing outstanding.
Lights out.
So
yeah,
hats
absolutely.
off to him. But definitely frustrating for the Orioles.
You had some of those moments when you were playing high school.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, there's a deflection. Great job by Middleton to get a pad on that. Storm picked it up, back out to the point. Driven down into the corner. From the Orioles trying to break out. That was Ryder trying to find Krohn. Nice move by 37, Micah Saxon. Centered it back out front. Orioles are going to change 4. Griffin stays out there. Here's a chance for the Storm. Centering pass. Puck still lying out front. Oh, and it was just laying right there. And Jake Rich gets his second of the game. That's too bad. Another kind of busted play where Orioles did a good job, but the puck just lying there and no one to help pick it up. he had a chance to knock it out, and Risch basically assisted on his own goal. He centered it out in front. No one touched it. And he ended up being the next player to touch it and drove it between Middleton's legs. Wheels are kind of falling off here. Hopefully, they just play the last 8 minutes of running time, work hard.
Yeah, you got to kind of try and focus on small bits here and there.
Just continue to play your game and work, on Middleton with having to make a save on the shot again. Yeah, I mean, even though the game is for all intents and purposes over, you can still play some good hockey and get some practice in. You're obviously playing against a good team, so.
And show your team and your coach what kind of player you want to be in a time like this.
Yeah, it's easy to play when you're ahead. Here's a chance for Piper. Tries to make a move, still with the puck. Puck flies out in front, centering out in front. Didn't get through on the backhand by Henry Schultz. See, that's just been the Orioles' luck the whole time. Puck cleared, lays out in front, and for the Orioles, it comes all the way back out. For Chan, it ends up on one of their players' sticks and into the net. Here come the Orioles out. Schrader gonna chip it in, the defenseman, and Orioles change 4 behind him. Chan loses the puck at center ice. That's Ryan Moran off to Piper. Piper still with it, throws it out in front. Nobody there for the Orioles. Here they come. Pass. It's Biskins on the backhand. Oh,
I thought that went in.
I did too for a second.
I thought I saw Chan player's hands go up.
Yep. Down low, trying to center it out in front. Puck's lying out in front, couldn't get through, and Orioles are able to clear it. That's Moran for the Orioles, putting some pressure on Biskins.
Future Tommy.
6 minutes to go. 7-0 Chan still. Shots on goal 36-22. Things have definitely opened up a little bit here. There's Hurdy who throws the puck down into the corner. Nobody up there for the Orioles. Hurdy picks it up again with a chance. Pass. Oh! Great pass by Hurdy. I think that was to Moran out in front.
Oh, man.
Great backhand pass. And again, Hendrickson right in position, able to shut the door.
Yeah, it's not to say that the Orioles haven't had their opportunities. I mean, Chan's probably had the better of the chances and the higher opportunities, but the Orioles have had their chances, and Hendrickson's just been playing extremely well.
Attempted wraparound, puck pops up, and here come the Storm out. That's McNeely, the defenseman, all the way down. Tries to throw it out in front. Puck ends up in the corner. Storm with the puck back at the point. Over to the defenseman. That was Ben Curtis who had the puck and lost it. McNeely tries, great job by keeping that puck in play. Otherwise, the Orioles had a potential 2-on-1. Here come the Storm. It's going to go back to the point to McNeely. Back to McNeely. Good pressure by the Storm. Puck thrown right at Middleton. He loves that for a face-off coming up to his left with 4.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, this Chanhassen team is they're looking like they could be a pretty dangerous team come February and March.
Well, and obviously goaltending, that you can have a goaltender that can carry you a long way, and the way that Cam Hendrickson's playing this year,
add that with your 4 Division I commits, and
yep,
they've got a chance to make something happen this year with all those seniors on their team too. Everyone's
right.
going to be all cylinders.
Here's a chance for the Orioles. There's Ryder with the head of steam, and he's fast. They aren't going to catch him. Max Ryder, shot, oh, and it goes just wide. I'm not sure if
I don't think he wanted to score.
If Hendrickson got a shoulder on that or if it just went wide, but I did notice that Ryder was kind of cheating out on that one. Max Ryder's a quick skater. He got that puck, and there was nobody who was going to catch him. He blew away from the storm there and just couldn't get the puck to go behind Hendrickson, who still has got his shutout preserved.
And a well-earned one, too. A lot of... Go ahead, Pops.
Yeah, Drew Jensen almost throws it in the corner. The puck comes out in front. That's Ryder's just going to chip it up. That'll probably be icing on. Nope, never made it down. Must have bounced funny.
Yeah.
Put a little backspin on that puck. There's a backhander all the way into the corner from Earl. Schrader behind the net for the Orioles. Quite a big scrum back there. The Orioles try and clear it out, not able to do so. There's a shot that Middleton gets a blocker on. Or a pad on. Here come the Orioles out.
Things are getting a little chippy here.
Yeah, Hogan down low for the Orioles. Over to Wasson Gaso.
I think the refs maybe missed a slight head contact or a shoulder or an elbowing maybe there.
Here's Ryder's chance again. You know, part of the problem was he couldn't get the puck to lie down.
Got it on his blocker, it looks like.
Yeah, Hendrickson got it on his blocker, but
he's dialed in, man.
Ryder had a little trouble getting the puck lying down, and right when he got it lie down is when he basically had to shoot it, so he didn't have a great chance to make a move. From the Orioles, 1:45 to go. Purdy with the puck, who made that good play to center before. Chan's going to drive it down there. I see some Orioles players out there who have not seen any ice yet. They're getting some time, which is good.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, it's always good to get those third, fourth line guys a bit more ice time, especially in a game like this.
That was number 20 right there. That's Ari Lissauer, a sophomore defenseman.
Oh, that one went flying into the Chanhassen bench.
Everyone's okay, looks like. 1 minute to go here in the third. Face-off will be at center ice. There's Ari with the puck. Nice play back to his defensive partner. Crone gets the shot, or the pass from Betzner, just chips it in. Centered out in front. Oh, and there's a... Hendrickson again.
He was sitting there on the goal line.
Very, very solid game for Hendrickson. There's Crone, picks it up off his glove and centers it out in front to Ryder. Ryder just couldn't put it home, and there was a little scrum, and Hendrickson drops his glove down on top of it.
Hendrickson must have some cutie in the stands watching him tonight. I don't know. He's playing like something. Look at him.
Yeah, he's kind of your prototypical goalie too. He's tall. He's 6'1". 6'2".
Oh my word.
Another chance, and there goes the horn.
A point blank chance for them, yeah.
Here's the replay on it.
Squirts right out there.
Oh, that was
Betzer.
The junior defenseman, Betzer, right in the frickin' slot, and Hendrickson again uses the glove on the wrong side and preserves his shutout. Well, Teach. Tough game for the Orioles.
Yep.
Good effort by them. They just had some bad puck luck.
I was thinking the same thing. A lot of some bad puck luck, but don't want to take any credit away from that Chanhassen Storm team.
No, and their goalie. I mean, even right at the end there, he made 3 solid saves to keep the puck out of the net. So he helped himself out a lot, definitely. You can see the final score there: Chan 7, St. Louis Park 0. Hendrickson notches his 3rd shutout of the season. And that will be the 2nd conference win for Chanhassen, put them at the top of the standings. Their first loss for the Orioles. And, you know, Tej, I don't know. I don't think that Coach Broderson could be too disappointed with the performance. Obviously, the score's not so great.
Right. It's one of those games where the score and the shots and the way the game, it kind of things don't always add up all the time.
No,
It seems
they
like
certainly don't.
Tonight was one of those games for the Orioles. Definitely some positives to take away, but
Yeah.
and
Yep.
you know, just a good opportunity to play against one of the top. I think they're a top 10 team right now.
They probably
the
are.
state.
And Orioles get to come back in 2 days, fortunately, out at Totino Grace at the Brooklyn Park Ice Arena to try and right the wrong. And, you know, we'll see what they do. It'll be a big determining factor, you know, how they come back and if they let this bother them or not. We're looking at some of the, it's always nice to see after the game when you see the players from each team talking to each other, their friends out there. They obviously know each other probably from
Maybe other sports.
Yeah.
Like that
or maybe
elite league.
or yeah, junior or elite league or something like that. So anyway, Tommy Rempher along with TJ Rempher, we thank you for listening to ParkTV 16 at the St. Louis Park Rec Center tonight. I want to thank Paul and Leah in the truck and Cam and Nick and Andrew on our cameras for their awesome work this evening. Our next game will be Tuesday, January 9th against the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights right back here at the Rec Center. And signing off for the evening, enjoy your time, and we will hopefully have you back in a couple weeks for some more St. Louis Park boys hockey action.